folks, it's been a while. How are you? How are your family? How are your pets? I hope everybody's in good health and good spirits because it's finally summer, except for if you are in high school, and if so, I wish the best of luck on your finals. So let's talk about T-ara. Okay, T-ara. If you haven't heard, T-ara has split up into what has been popularly done as them splitting up into subunits. There's Tetsuo from Girls' Generation, there's GD and Top from Big Bang, there's JYJ from DBSK. Oh. Anyway, T-ara has a new subunit called T-ara N4, which stands for, they say it stands for T-ara Brand New 4, but it has just the N, so New 4. And it has Yunjung, Jiyeon, Hyomin, and Arim, that new one that no one really cares about. And they've been in the news, well, the K-pop news, a lot recently, and not for really anything they've done in Korea. In fact, all of the news recently has been from America. Why America? Well, apparently, Danny, you know, that little 12-year-old that the CEO of their company found on the sidewalk and couldn't get her out of his head, who I guess has been a trainee. Apparently, somehow she knows Chris Brown. Yeah, you try to make the connection there because Chris Brown's like 21, 22. So they know each other, and so I guess she offhandedly told the CEO, she was like, hey, by the way, I know him. Yeah, I guess we're kind of tight. And the CEO was like, great, go to California. I think it's cool that Danny knows Chris Brown, but not only is it random, but who thought it was they have to know Chris Brown's reputation in Korea. Like, there's no way you can't know his reputation. And so it's like, T-ara has a not so good reputation now. Chris Brown hasn't had a good reputation for like almost 3 years. So what do? You put them together. It's like the UN, you know? Like, Chris Brown's like one of the representative controversy kings of America. T-ara, queens, get it, because the knee, are the representative like queens of controversy in Korea. Let's put them together and let's have them meet and let's see what happens. Who thought that would ever be a smart thing to do other than to get your name known? Which was pretty much, I'm sure, the only reason they said yes. Yeah, let's see what happened. So, T-ara N4 just released Countryside Life, which is actually a pretty catchy single, and they've been in California for a few days, or on the West Coast, and they met up with Chris Brown on the set of his music video for some god-awful new single I'm sure he's working on. Also, he's just a douchebag. Have you seen anything he's done? He's just a big jerk. But I digress. So they all met up, and Danny had to go with them, either A, because she's the translator, because she knows more English than Korean, B, because, well, she knows Chris Brown. That's the link between them, which is so ironic because not only is she not in the subunit, she's not even technically in T-ara at all. So I find that whole thing just so, yeah, random. So the 5 of them went to California. They took pictures with Chris Brown, gave him a vase. Yeah, you can't make that shit up. And went to Hooters. Equally, you can't make that shit up. And had a grand old time, and apparently it was decided that T-Pain, not T.I., Wiz Khalifa, Snoop Dogg's just getting on the bandwagon of featuring in every K-pop song, and 2 Chainz? Those 5 rappers, a couple of them who I actually like, are going to feature on 5 new releases of Countryside Life. 5. It's all gonna be the same. Like, T-ara's not gonna like change anything about their vocals. It's just gonna be 5 different rappers. How unabsolutely necessary is that? So 5 different singles with 5 rappers to be released internationally, but mainly in America. And yeah, great opportunity. Here's the problem. T-ara N4 is not a hip-hop group. They're as far from hip-hop as you could possibly get. Some interesting things have also happened that sort of come with being in the hip-hop scene. T-ara N4 accompanied by Danny. They were asked to perform at the Palms Pool in Las Vegas. I thought they were supposed to be an opener for Chris Brown, but I guess they were sort of doing their own thing after him. And before that, they accompanied Chris Brown to the BET Awards. Like, who thought that would ever be a good idea? Because T-ara, let alone T-ara N4, but T-ara in general are not known in America, I really think they're gonna get the wrong impression of 4 pretty attractive Asian girls following Chris Brown around. Yeah. So they performed at the Palms Pool in Las Vegas, and according to a fan account by the Twitter username JNDrama, I guess he was one of literally the only 3 who went to T-ara N4's performance because he's a queen, which isn't derogatory. That's their actual name for even the boy fans of T-ara. So they all went and watched, and apparently it just went as bad as you would possibly expect. There's pictures of people generally being uninterested. There's a screen cap of someone uploading T-ara's performances, calling them Japanese singers without even their name in the title. Apparently the person who posted the Twitter recap, he said that the DJ cut them off abruptly, which angered T-ara, especially Yoonjung, but they were allowed to finish their performance, which was the Countryside Life song. At the end of the performance, Yoonjung reached out and grabbed our hands because we were the only queens there to support them. After their performance, they regrouped at an area by the pool where they appeared to be really embarrassed and upset. Yes, there was some crying. That was when I approached Jiyeon and asked her to sign my shirt, took a picture with Yoonjung, and had the opportunity to speak with Danny, where she told me how upset they were. The DJ later apologized, and they were allowed back on stage to perform again, where the crowd was a bit more supportive, but it was still really awkward, and after the second performance, they left embarrassed. I mean, I'm not, like I said, I'm not a fan of T-ara, but I feel so bad for them. And it's just another testament to how absolutely shitty Core Content's media's marketing, promotion, just all around their everything. Their everything just sucks. Holy god damn, they are terrible. But it just went as well as you could expect. I guess Chris Brown didn't even stick around to introduce T-ara N4, so good friends that he and Danny are, I guess just didn't even care. He apparently left after his performance, so good on you, Chris Brown. You just showed how much of a big douchebag you were. And I genuinely feel bad for the girls, and just K-pop just doesn't work in America, and I don't want it to. But it's either you go as you are, you don't change anything about yourself, and debut in America, and you get panned. You change a little bit about yourself, learn English, and you just get meh reviews, or basically unknown. Or you change everything about yourself, and you're like the laughingstock of the fans who knew you as something else for this whole time. But for T-ara's case, it's really none of those. It was just a rush into promotion without doing the research on the scene that they're trying to appeal to. It's not only the wrong image, it's the wrong song, it's just the wrong everything, and Core Content's, I just don't know. I don't know. This was just bound to fail, and I feel bad for T-ara fans who really were trying to support them, because there was a lot of backlash from the start, and them trying to ignore all of that and push their support for T-ara. That's gotta take a lot of balls. And I admire you guys for your bravery and commitment, but I think we can all safely say that this was a failed attempt from the start. What do you guys think? Do you think that this really was doomed from the start like I do, which I genuinely am saying as not a person who doesn't like T-ara, but a person who has just seen there's just been so many K-pop failures? Or do you guys think that it was just a matter of promotion, that hip-hop was not the way to go for T-ara N4, and they do have a shot at the market in the US? Or do you think that they actually had a lot of success here? At least they got their name known, at least they got to perform in America, at least they're working with all these great people, so it was an overall success. What do you think? I'm genuinely curious, because I think it was just a disaster. Thank you for watching, and leave a comment below. Alright, bye guys. Bye!